Good afternoon from BMW and Porsche of Ocala. I'm Scotty, one of the BMW and Porsche product geniuses over here. And today we're taking a look at two beautiful Macans over here. Now the one on the right is going to be a Macan Turbo powered by a 3.6-liter twin turbocharged V6 engine that generates 400 horsepower and 406 foot-pounds of torque. And on my left over here is going to be a Macan S powered by a 3.0 twin turbocharged V6 engine that generates 340 horsepower and 339 foot-pounds of torque. Now today in this little video we're going to be doing a little a comparison between the two, as I know you are interested in these two cars right over here. But for now we're going to go ahead and start on the Macan S. The Macan S, this one's going to be finished in a beautiful mahogany metallic, and we're going to go over some of the options. Of course, trying to compare Porsches is quite difficult as there are really no two alike Porsches. They really are an a la carte vehicle. But so on the outside, of course, the Macan is a very nice size SUV, really sharp styling on it, and drives spectacularly. But the one thing that is really nice, these cars do share a very nice Spider RS rim style, or wheel style, as some people prefer to call it. So they are going to be the same wheel packages. It's really nice to help in the comparison over here. Of course, on the left-hand side, we are greeted with the PDLS Plus headlights. It's a very nice set of headlights. They do turn up to 15 degrees as you're heading along a dark country road. Very sharp on the car, but let's go ahead and take a look at the option list. I don't like the misquote poop deal over here. This one is going to be a 2018, as we do see the mahogany metallic. Also going to have a leather interior and saddle brand, which is very nice. The wheel caps are going to be finished in colored Porsche crest. So you see this looks really sharp. Of course, the Macan Turbo is also very similar to that as well. Dark walnut interior package is going to be the wood trim on the interior, which we're going to show here in just a moment. Lane change assist, so on and so forth. It's hard to get a good picture of that wood trim. There we go. That's a lot better. This interior is very sharp on this car. Really good looking. And both cars do share the same amount of seat adjustments right over here. So these are going to be the 14-way power seats. Lumbar support in 4 different directions right over here. Pitch of your back right over here. No problems at all. Forward, back, height, and even tilt of the seat. And of course we do have the thigh support right over there that I can send forward or back as needed. Really good stuff there. And of course adjustable memory on both sides, which is nice. Same thing on the Macan Turbo, of course. Some of the other things are going to include, we already did mention lane change assist, which is really nice and easy. We're going to go ahead and mention that in just a little bit. The window trim in high gloss black, which also the Macan Turbo does have, which is just that little area that surrounds the windows. And of course, high gloss black. The Premium Package Plus. Now this is a big one right over here. Of course, the Bose surround sound stereo system, much better stereo system over the base system. Sounds really good. Once again, our Macan Turbo over there is going to be very similarly equipped. The panoramic roof system, the 14-way seats, which we already mentioned. The Porsche entry and drive. Now what's really nice about that is I'm able to just unlock the door handle just by reaching for it right over here, while actually having to pull out the key and actually hit the physical button. But also lets me do it on all 4 doors. Same thing as the Macan Turbo, of course. The PDLS headlights, as we mentioned in the front, of course, can adapt up to 15 degrees either direction. Same thing as we see on that Macan Turbo. The seat ventilation in the front, as well as heating front and rear, and auto-dimming mirrors. But let's go ahead and take a look at the interior of this Macan S. Now, the lane change assist on Porsche is a good way of saying blind spot assist. So if I go ahead and come right over here to the left-hand side of this little mirror right there, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, then on, so we're actually able to see what it looks like. It's kind of flashy right now because we are trying to get it through the camera, which it doesn't like to pick up. But there you go. You can kind of see it just for a brief second there. And it's the same thing on the passenger side. So, of course, that speed's above about 30 miles an hour. If somebody does start coming up on your blind spot, that will illuminate to let you know that they are, in fact, there, of course. We can raise and lower the trunk via this little button right here. So we can see it popping there. There we are. And of course we are greeted with the Sport multifunction steering wheel, which is very nice. Once again, we're going to find that exact same thing on the Macan Turbo. So it really is going to be a performance difference between the two cars. But we will mention some of the differences we will be seeing on the Macan Turbo. But of course we do see, of course we can switch between all the dials right over here on the digital instrument cluster. Of course here's our navigation and everything. Pretty cool stuff. Volume control on the left-hand side. And of course, what's really nice, you can actually have 2 different things going on at the same time. So I can have my radio over here while still having my map and navigation right over here, which is very nice. Of course, we do have a digital readout for the speed. Of course, we have manual mode for the gear selector, which is very nice. 2-zone climate control on both of these cars as well. Very nice there. And there, of course, are heated and ventilated seats here. Now, both these cars, since they do come with the Sports Chrono package, which not only does it give you the little clock that everybody knows and loves on some of the other Porsche models, what it really does is actually give you active engine mounts that can actually counteract the engine roll as you're going through a tight corner. It also gives you faster shifting as well as launch control on the car. So not only does that just accent as a very nice little clock, it actually does work as a lap timer as well. And it also, instead of just having the Sport mode, which you would have on a normal Macan, you actually get the Sport Plus mode, which is really sharp there as well. Sharpens up the throttle response, really keeps the exhaust nice and loud. Just changes the whole driving dynamics of the car. Of course, traction control right over here. We do have this off-road mode since the Macans are all-wheel drive, which is very nice to see. Here's our lane departure warning right over here, also known as lane keep assist right there. And then, of course, this little guy is just going to be able to turn on and off the auto start and stop function of the car. But otherwise, we are just greeted with a very easy-to-work infotainment system, which is actually my job is just to show you how it all works. It is a very easy-to-operate system. Just by hitting tuner, you can change the source of the audio. You can also just hit source right down over here. Phone for, of course, Bluetooth audio or Bluetooth telephone, everything like that. If you hit source, you are able to access Bluetooth audio right there. Map and navigation are very easy to operate as well. It's an incredibly and easy-to-work system. But let's go ahead and take a look at the back seats. We do see that Bose surround sound. Little badge right there. I do have the seats all the way back to help me with filming, but you can see there is still plenty of legroom back over here. Really comfy seats as well. We do have dual USB charging right over there. We do see the ventilation that was finally added right back here. It was funny, when the Macans came out in 2015, they did not have the rear vents as standard. But now they do, and they are very nice. You can adjust the temperature independently as well, which is very nice there. Of course, the dual USBs, the heated seats, everything there. Let's go ahead and come to the trunk. And of course, it's always fun to tell people to pop the trunk for them because they're not used to actually having to pop it on a Macan. You actually have to come right over here under the windshield stock and just press it right there, and it opens up nice and easy. It is electronically opening and closing. And of course, we are greeted with the plentiful trunk space of the Macan. Of course, the privacy screen can be removed, and those rear seats can fold down without an issue. And of course, we do have a spare tire right under here. It's very subtly colored, which is always nice. But let's go ahead and move on over to the Macan Turbo. And we'll go ahead. Just do a little walk around it first. Now, of course, just some of the styling aspects of the car. You're going to notice the front of the Macan Turbo looks ever so slightly different than the Macan S. Instead of just having one set of fog lights right underneath the headlights right over here, we're actually greeted with two grille slats that are going to be your daytime running lights as well as fog lights there. Very aggressive looking front. Of course, we are going to be greeted with different fog lights down below. More kind of a slit as opposed to actually a traditional fog light shape. Red brake calipers, of course, same rim package, so no difference there. We do have the gloss black surround there. Red brake calipers in the rear as well. We're also going to be greeted with a different exhaust. As opposed to being rounded tip, they are going to be more squared off tip right over here. Looks really sharp. Gives it really that nice aggressive outlook on it. Of course, this one is going to be finished in a red interior, which is absolutely gorgeous. But let's go ahead and take a look at the option list. Now, this one, as opposed to be finished in mahogany, is going to be finished in a Carrara white metallic. Of course, it is going to have the leather package, which is in red, of course. Very nice, too. And the red stitching really accents it all together. Really sharp there. It does even transition over to the door handles as well. We do see the preparation for the deletion of the model designation, which is just saying essentially that it's not going to say, like, it would have the preparation to not say Macan Turbo in the back, so they're just whited out on this one, which looks really nice. Kind of blends it in pretty nicely there. The smoking package, which is going to be something a little different than the Macan S. Now, in the center console on the Macan S, this is always open, and you just have the cigarette lighter kind of like a little flap right down over here. But if you order the smoker's package, it just really just kind of finishes it off because you get a nice little door and you don't just have a hole that's right there that's always open. Looks just a little nicer on the interior for that. We already do see the 20-inch RS design wheels there. We already got the Porsche logo design model painted there. Preparation for the two-tone leather interior, which of course this is going to be black and red. We see the seat ventilation, everything like that. The 14-way power seats, as we did mention, is the same in the Macan S. The window trim that was also on the Macan S is going to be finished in a gloss black. Very nice there. And of course the Premium Package Plus, once again, the same thing we saw in the Macan S, and the Sports Chrono Package. So let's go ahead and come into the driver's side of this one. Of course, this being a turbo does have the Porsche entry and drive disabled just to unlock the door without actually having to pull out the key or anything. Now, some of the differences we are going to see on the inside as well. We do see this as a brushed aluminum interior trim as opposed to the mahogany wood, with the red stitching, with the leather all the way at the top, as well as the coral red seats. Very sharp. This one also has a heated steering wheel, which is pretty nice right there. So we can see if I hit that little guy right there. We still do have the blind spot assist right over there on the left-hand side, and our lane departure warning right over here. But this one, since it has the steering wheel, is actually going to be the one that actually helps you keep in the lane, as opposed to just telling you you've actually left it. So it's pretty darn cool. Really good stuff. Of course, the same infotainment system we found in the Macan S. Automatic headlights, automatic windshield wipers, everything you expect to already find. The auto-dimming mirrors, of course. Great big moonroof, which is also the Macan S. And that rain cloud coming in as soon as I aim that back up there. Holy cow. Same rear seats. Now this one does not have the heated rear seats. That's the only thing that's going to be ever so slightly different. This one does have still the dual USB as well as adjustable rear ventilation system. Trunk space is going to be exactly the same. Of course, 350mm brakes in the front, 330 in the rear. So plenty of stopping power on both these cars, really sharp. But if you do have any questions regarding these two cars, or any other car in our lot, please feel free to contact us. We're always happy to get you all taken care of. Other than that, we wish you luck on your search and hope you have a great day. Bye.